Steam's special offers are here, and I've dug through the deals to find some absolute steals you simply cannot afford to miss. Before you start throwing your money at the screen, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's jump in and explore these incredible offers, because your next favorite game could be on sale right now. Resident Evil 3 unfolds in the chaotic streets of Raccoon City, where you will follow Jill Valentine, a seasoned member of the Special Tactics and Rescue Service, as she battles to escape the city amidst a devastating viral outbreak. The storyline intricately weaves Jill's personal struggle for survival with the broader collapse of Raccoon City, offering a gripping experience from start to finish. The gameplay masterfully combines elements of survival horror and action-adventure. You will navigate through meticulously designed environments, including the iconic Raccoon Police Department and the perilous city streets, all rendered with photorealistic visuals that heighten the sense of realism. The over-the-shoulder perspective enhances tactical combat, allowing for precise aiming and fluid movement. A notable addition is the dodge mechanic, enabling Jill to swiftly evade enemy attacks, adding a layer of strategy to confrontations. You launch upon a riveting epic, guiding Queen Meve through a landscape fraught with political tension and Empyreal incursions. You tread through freshly revealed lands, each painted with rich artistry and breathing with the weight of prophecy and peril. As Meve, you convene councils, confront betrayals, and gather allies. Every action in this world carries nuance and moral complexity. Your voyage unfolds through whispered narration and beautifully orchestrated visual novel-style scenes, where the storyteller's cadence carries you through heartbreak, resolve, and uneasy alliances. On the strategic front, you command your forces from a war camp, gathering gold and recruits as you explore detailed isometric maps. These gathered resources fuel your capacity to bolster defenses, expand your deck, and strengthen your resolve. Victory is waged through nuanced card battles that echo the rhythms of war, each round a dance of tactics, timing, and synergy. Certain confrontations transform strategy into clever puzzles, and these singular bouts will surely test your logic and creativity, offering thought-provoking challenges that contrast with the flow of war. Every strategic decision, every resource spent or withheld adds a layer of consequence. This is a tale of leadership and sacrifice, a narrative tapestry woven from hard decisions, heartfelt sacrifice, and the clashing of ideologies. All of this leads you to become a ruler who's not just commanding armies, but shaping destiny. Rayman Legends builds upon the success of Origins, offering even more creative, dynamic platforming. With new worlds, including the whimsical Fiesta de los Muertos and spy-themed 20,000 Lums Under the Sea, you will enjoy a host of fun and challenging levels. The game introduces new gameplay mechanics, such as the use of Murphy, a helpful character that interacts with objects in the environment, allowing for more cooperative puzzle solving. The levels also feature musical stages where players jump to the rhythm of songs like Eye of the Tiger. These unique worlds and interactive elements add to the depth and replayability, keeping the gameplay fresh and exciting. Rayman Legends also supports up to 4-player co-op, offering seamless multiplayer access, allowing friends to join or leave at any time for maximum fun. You awaken stranded on a remote island, with only one way to escape, scaling the towering, unpredictable mountain that dominates the horizon. Each ascent demands more than strength alone. You must ration precious food, manage dwindling stamina, and use ropes, anchors, and pitons with precision to overcome shifting terrain. The path is never the same twice, forcing you to adapt on the fly, all while navigating hazards like venomous ticks and the unnerving Scoutmaster, whose sudden appearances can upend your careful plans. From sunlit shores to searing volcanic cliffs, each biome feels alive, shaping your journey and testing both your nerve and ingenuity. The climb is a blend of tense strategy and sudden chaos. One moment, you're planning every move. The next, you're flying down the mountainside because you miscalculated your stamina. Yet in every hard-earned foothold and daring leap lies the thrill of progress. This game is a lot of fun and perfect for playing with friends. It features cool co-op mechanics, but I have to warn you, climbing together will either bring you closer or put your friendship to the test, so have fun. You ease out onto the water with a loyal companion at your side, and the whole thing unfolds like a slow, comforting day given form. You cast a line, listen to the bobber, and watch subtle changes in the water surface. Each trip becomes a short, personal story, where quiet discoveries and small surprises accumulate. The game's tone is restorative and reflective. As you wander through changing waterways, you encounter moments that feel lived in, from routine chores to the rare pulse of a legendary catch. And those moments weave together into a gentle narrative about time spent and quiet companionship. The loop is built around the simple satisfaction of fishing, but expanded by thoughtful systems. You drop your lure and either actively manage a tug of war when something bites, or let an automated mode handle the work while you do something else, with each approach contributing towards steady progress. Hooked fish trigger a tactile reeling sequence, where you must balance pressure and retreat to avoid losing a prize, and various bait and tackle alter the feel of each interaction, and which kinds of catches appear. Earnings convert into upgrades and permissions that expand the areas you can explore and the gear you can use, while a living compendium records each new specimen and the memories that come with it. If you're looking for something peaceful, where you can just float through beautiful landscapes and fish with your four-legged buddy, then Cast and Chill is the perfect game for you. You arrive as part of an expedition, drawn to an immense, ancient monolith rising over a remote world, and your purpose becomes unraveling the monument's cryptic history and survive the encounter with the one who dwells within. You begin with little context, fragments of lore, wayward transmissions, and the uneasy impressions left by those who came before. As you push deeper, each discovery reframes what you thought you knew. The story prizes subtlety over blunt exposition, so you piece together meaning from environmental detail, contested memories, and the consequences of your actions, building a personal account of the monolith's purpose and the fate of the civilization that built it. A unique cartogram system reshapes each excursion, presenting card-like alterations that change the layout, hazards, and opportunities you'll face on that run. Fighting is brisk and demanding. You adapt by switching between distinct weapon archetypes and equipping mods that alter attacks, defenses, and special abilities, allowing you to refine a signature approach or test radical builds. Difficulty scales in ways that encourage learning and adaptation rather than brute forcing. Setbacks teach you to rethink loadouts, exploit environmental advantages, and hunt for synergies between abilities and equipment. As you refine your strategy and unpick the monolith's secrets, New Game Plus elements invite you to return with experience and purpose, facing growing dangers and uncovering secrets that were better left untouched. You step into Bruce Wayne's fractured inner world and must weave together a life as a charming public figure and a relentless Dark Knight. Your choices reshape how others perceive you and how Gotham's fate unravels, weaving a branching tale where the fate of your closest relationships and even your identity shifts on every decision. You will find yourself navigating scenes of high-stakes dialogue and tense moral reckonings, carefully choosing your words and posture. In the hush of dimly lit chambers or amid the hushed bustle of political functions, you'll don the cowl and plunge into investigative sequences. But when conflict erupts, the confrontation plays out through swift and choreographed fights where timing and rhythm matter. As episodes progress, the shadows of your past and the echoes of family secrets weave into your present. Secrets about your lineage shatter assumptions, and alliances once taken for granted begin to fracture. The choices you make in one scene shape the emotional fractals of what follows, culminating in moments where duty and devotion collide in searing emotional arcs. This journey is less about action and more about the weight of choice. You orchestrate a dance of shadows, ethics, and consequence, shaping not just a crusader, but a man reconciling with his legacy, keeping the promise he made to protect the city he hates and the people he loves. Resident Evil Village is the 8th main installment in Capcom's legendary survival horror series. The story picks up a few years after the terrifying events of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, once again placing Ethan Winters at the center of a chilling ordeal. This time, Ethan's desperate quest is to rescue his daughter, Rosemary, who has been abducted and taken to a remote, sinister European village. The narrative is filled with unexpected twists and unsettling encounters, pushing Ethan to face grotesque monstrosities and unrelenting dangers. The village itself is a labyrinth of interconnected environments, ranging from decrepit cottages and snow-covered fields to the ominous Castle Dimitrescu. Each location offers distinct threats and puzzles, creating an atmosphere of constant dread and tension. The enigmatic inhabitants of the village, led by the charismatic and towering Lady Dimitrescu, along with other memorable foes, add a layer of complexity and horror to the experience. Combat in Resident Evil Village strikes a fine balance between strategic resource management and heart-pounding action. Players must carefully choose their battles, as ammunition and supplies are limited. A diverse arsenal of weapons, from handguns to shotguns, provides different tactical options when facing off against ferocious enemies. The ability to craft items and upgrade weapons adds depth to the survival mechanics. Ghostrunner 2 is a fast-paced, action-packed platformer set in a dystopian, cyberpunk universe. Building on the success of its predecessor, it features an enhanced combat system, more dynamic levels, and an expanded storyline. The narrative centers on Jack, a cybernetically enhanced ninja who must face off against a rogue AI cult that threatens the already decaying world of Dharma Tower. The game's plot explores themes of power and the consequences of unchecked technological advancement. The world of Ghostrunner 2 is rich in detail, showcasing a stunning neon-lit environment filled with towering skyscrapers, dangerous urban backstreets, and crumbling infrastructure. The addition of a motorcycle brings a fresh element to the gameplay, allowing for high-speed vehicular combat that adds a thrilling variety to the core mechanics. Weird West presents a reimagined frontier where gunslingers and lawmen coexist with supernatural entities. The narrative unfolds through the interwoven tales of 5 distinct protagonists, each confronting personal challenges that intertwine with the overarching fate of the land. As you transition from one character's journey to the next, the consequences of previous actions resonate throughout the evolving storyline. The game employs a top-down perspective, offering a dynamic environment where creativity and approach is rewarded. Whether opting for stealth tactics or direct confrontations, the surroundings provide numerous opportunities. Ignite oil lamps to engulf adversaries in flames, or utilize environmental objects to gain strategic advantages. The combat system, reminiscent of twin-stick shooters, emphasizes adaptability, allowing for a blend of melee assaults, ranged attacks, and the strategic use of cover. Beyond combat, the world thrives with unpredictability. As you traverse the expansive map, unexpected events and encounters enrich the experience, reinforcing the sense of a living, responsive world. The choices made not only influence immediate outcomes, but also shape the broader narrative, ensuring that each decision carries weight and significance. In Spiritfarer, you step into the shoes of Stella, the new ferrymaster for the departed, accompanied by her trusty feline friend, Daffodil. You will ferry spirits across mystical seas, ensuring their comfort aboard your ever-evolving vessel before guiding them to the Everdoor, the gateway to the afterlife. Think of it as running a celestial cruise line, but with fewer shuffleboard tournaments and more heartfelt goodbyes. As you navigate this enchanting world, you'll engage in activities like farming and fishing. Each task helps you gather resources to upgrade your ship and cater to the unique needs of your spectral passengers. The ship's layout is customizable, allowing you to stack and arrange facilities in a Tetris-like fashion. The heart of the game lies in building relationships with a diverse cast of spirits, each with their own stories and personalities. Through meaningful interactions and fulfilling their final requests, you'll uncover touching narratives that explore themes of life, death, and what comes after. In Resident Evil 4, players step into the shoes of Leon Kennedy, a government agent tasked with rescuing Ashley Graham, the president's daughter, who has been kidnapped by a dangerous cult. Upon reaching a remote village in rural Spain, Leon discovers that the inhabitants have fallen under the control of a parasitic infection, turning them into aggressive, mindless followers. As Leon delves deeper into the village and beyond, he uncovers the cult's sinister plans to unleash the parasite on a global scale, threatening humanity's very survival. The game revitalizes the survival horror genre with a third-person perspective, allowing for more precise and tactical combat. The over-the-shoulder camera gives players a more dynamic view, enabling Leon to aim directly at specific parts of an enemy's body to exploit weaknesses. One of the key features is the parry system, where Leon can use his knife to block incoming attacks, offering players a moment to turn the tide during intense encounters. Resident Evil 4 combines heart-pounding moments with psychological suspense, keeping players constantly alert and ready for whatever the village and its horrors throw at them. Blasphemous is a dark, challenging Metroidvania action game set in the cursed land of Custodia, where a twisted religious force known as the Miracle has transformed its people into horrific creatures. The protagonist, the Penitent One, is the lone survivor of a massacre and embarks on a journey of vengeance and salvation with his sword Miakopa. The game features a non-linear world filled with deadly traps, powerful bosses, and a range of NPCs, all contributing to its immersive narrative. The environments are beautifully handcrafted with pixel art, offering a mix of gothic and religious themes. As the Penitent One, you will explore the land while battling nightmarish enemies with brutal and precise combat mechanics. The action is fast and demanding, requiring quick reflexes to dodge, parry, and counter enemy attacks. Dragon's Dogma 2 is an action RPG. The game continues the legacy of its predecessor, blending rich open-world exploration with dynamic combat. In this new installment, players will again venture into the expansive world of Grancis, fighting fierce monsters and facing complex quests. The game expands upon the unique pawn system, allowing players to create and customize AI companions who aid in battles and exploration. The world now is even larger, offering a deeper level of interaction and a more detailed environment. The combat is expected to be more fluid and involving, with new mechanics enhancing the visceral, action-packed experience. Dragon's Dogma 2 promises an interesting story where players can engage in massive battles against mythical creatures, each requiring different strategies. The improved visuals, powered by advanced technology, aim to deliver a more immersive and cinematic experience. Gloomhaven is a digital adaptation of the highly rated strategy-driven tabletop game. Set in a medieval dark fantasy world, it combines tactical RPG gameplay with a deep, immersive narrative. You will take on the role of mercenaries who travel through various locations filled with dangerous monsters and creatures. The game features turn-based combat, where you must select cards strategically to decide your actions, managing mercenaries' abilities and limited resources like cards and health. It emphasizes strategic planning, as every choice has consequences, and exhaustion is a constant risk. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous is an expansive isometric RPG developed by Owlcat Games, featuring deep character customization, a choice-driven narrative, and a rich fantasy world. Based on the Pathfinder tabletop system, the game allows you to craft your own heroes, choosing from 25 base classes and 12 races, and over 1,000 abilities. Set in a land embroiled in a war against demonic forces, you will lead a crusade to reclaim the land. Every decision affects the unfolding story as you navigate moral dilemmas and shape the world around you. The Mythic Path system is a key feature, allowing you to embody powerful archetypes like angels, demons, witches, or tricksters, each influencing abilities and interactions. Exploration is a core aspect, with challenging dungeons and diverse characters whose fates depend on your choices. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader is a deep and immersive CRPG developed by Owlcat Games, set in the grimdark Warhammer 40k universe. Unlike their previous works, Rogue Trader features a turn-based combat system. This change enhances tactical gameplay, emphasizing the importance of cover systems and strategic positioning. You will take on the role of a rogue trader, navigating the vastness of space and interacting with factions, all while making critical decisions that affect the storyline. The game's world-building is exceptional, offering you a deep dive into the lore of the Warhammer 40k universe. Hearts of Iron 4 is a grand strategy game set in the World War II era. The game allows you to lead any nation during the period, from global superpowers like the United States and Germany to smaller countries like Costa Rica or Luxembourg. With a focus on military strategy, political decisions, and economic management, the game offers you the ability to navigate through historical events or create alternate histories by pursuing unique political paths or alliances. The gameplay is deeply immersive, allowing micromanagement of armies, industrial output, and diplomacy, or letting AI handle certain responsibilities to suit different playstyles. Northgard is a real-time strategy game inspired by Norse mythology, where you lead a clan of Vikings, striving to conquer a newly discovered mysterious continent. It offers both single-player and multiplayer modes, including a story-driven campaign with missions of increasing complexity. The game world is divided into regions, each rich in resources like iron and stone, but with building limitations that require strategic planning. Dynamic seasonal changes impact gameplay. For example, winter halts farm production and increases wood consumption, adding layers of strategy to resource management. You can achieve victory through various conditions, such as conquest, trade dominance, or devotion to the gods, allowing for diverse playstyles. Since its release, Northgard has expanded with additional content, including new clans and game modes, enhancing its replayability and depth. And that's a wrap on the best Steam deals you can grab right now. If you found some great games, make sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more amazing deals and gaming content.